So I ran some correlation data with some matches I inputted here. Not a lot of matches, but I was able to see some things that kind of were interesting, maybe not. What I found was ride point kind of has a high correlation with winning, about a 0.6. And you might think that it's important to get that riding point, but I think it has more to do with the fact that if you're able to ride out your opponent longer, you're more likely going to be able to win. So going down, takedowns have a 0.4 correlation with wins. That's just in the first period, so it's pretty significant. Also escape time in decimal form has a 0.4 correlation with wins, so makes sense. If you're able to take someone down, you're also probably able to get out from the bottom faster and you're more likely to win. In the second period, takedowns are also positive correlation, and in third period, defensive takedown has a 0.5 positive correlation with wins, which is pretty interesting because there was about 3 wins or 3 defensive takedowns in third period that resulted in wins. Takedown, third period, 0.5 positive correlation with win. Reversal 2 has a -6, which makes sense. Total takedowns has a 0.6 correlation with wins. Average takedowns has a 0.7 correlation with wins. Ride point time has a 0.7 correlation with near fall 2. Total takedowns has a correlation with ride point. So if you're able to get that riding point, you're probably also able to take your opponent down. Ride point has a small positive correlation with takedown attempts. Defensive takedown also has a high correlation, 0.6, with low first period takedown time. The quickest to the first takedown time is also highly correlated with takedowns. Escape time in decimal form has a high correlation, 0.6 positive correlation with low takedown time. What I also thought was interesting was that the average shot attempts in the first period is 12, average shot attempts in the second period is 10, average shot attempts in the third period is 14. So you get most of your action in the first and third period. The average number of takedowns is 1.1, and the average number of takedown attempts is 2.2. Considering these stats, takedowns, if you're able to get a riding point, you're probably going to win based on takedowns and vice versa. So to me, there's really no point in having a riding time point. I'd rather see the action on the feet.